Oh, great.
Anything else, honey?
No, ma'am, this is
Okay,
perfect. Thank you. Do you ever sit at a restaurant, you read the little sign that says satisfaction guaranteed? You'll never read that about life. There's no newspaper that tells you about satisfaction guarantees. Really, it's a promise it's really hard to keep. Because sometimes life throws us stuff that we're not prepared for. You know what? In fact, sometimes it's very unsatisfying. But you can have joy in the middle of an unsatisfying life.
You know, the last time we talked, man, was about 2.5 months ago, and we were sharing about past struggles we had, you know, several years ago, trying to have children. And that weekend that we shared that video, you know, I actually had some real tough feelings because we were sharing in the midst of some other people that were having some real struggles. And at that time, we were just on such a spiritual high because everything in our life just seemed perfect, you know. And 1 week later, I was involved in a very serious electrical explosion at work.
You know, I wasn't thinking about joy when I received the phone call from the ambulance saying, "We're taking your husband to Grady Memorial, the burn unit, because he's been involved in an explosion." It was just such a shock. What Scott did, it fulfilled him. And he was really struggling because he didn't know if he was going to be able to continue to do that, how he's going to provide for our family. And always in the past, if Scott's ever struggled with encouragement, you know, I've always been able to come to the rescue and say everything's going to be okay, and we could always encourage each other back on track. But that's not something that I could do. I couldn't say, you know, the burns are going to be gone tomorrow.
But one of the most joyful things I experienced through the entire ordeal was the fact that I had a wife that was willing to stand beside me through this just terrible circumstance, literally be there with me when I was being treated every day, and she was right there to help through everything. That was probably the single most encouraging thing and the thing that brought me the most joy in such a bad circumstance. You know, it's at that time, after being married for 11 years, that you truly understand that you've made the right choice in a spouse.
I guess I found joy when I learned to let God figure out all the details, when I really, you know, could not carry the burden of encouraging my husband anymore, and I couldn't take away the pain. As soon as I could lay that burden at his feet, then the joy started coming back in my life, and I think me and Scott's relationship grew so much stronger.
So many people came to my side and stood with me and just encouraged me and let me know, and I just had no idea that there were so many people out there that just had genuine love for me as a result of their relationship with Christ, because so many people did not even know me personally. They've never met me. I got card after card and letter after letter, and we had a lot of financial help that came through. It was just everything that came into being during the accident was just such an encouragement. It was very, very easy to be joyful, just knowing that God's hand was working with these people and just bringing them to my side.